It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and the wait is over for this rivalry game. It's the New York Giants and the Philadelphia Eagles under the lights on Monday night.
Take a drive from downtown along Broad Street. You run into Lincoln Financial Field, the home of the Eagles here in South Philadelphia. So good to have you on board with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson here in the booth. Greg, in this league, you know it, you lived it. Undergoing a changing of the guard at the quarterback position sometimes can be traumatic, but a lot of times it leads to hope. We've got a couple of teams here with young signal callers looking towards the future.
And you know the old saying, Mike, in the NFL, it is truer than ever. If you have a quarterback, you have a chance. And here we have two teams that feel like they have that quarterback position of the future settled. There's going to be some growing pains. There's going to be some moments where that youth rears its head. But over the long term, both these organizations feel like they have an answer at the most critical position in all of sports.
It's Jake Elliott ready to get this one kicked off. And off we go from the link. Eric Gray to return it. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Giants offense making their way out for the first time. They're led out by their rookie quarterback out of Ole Miss.
You hear people talk about it all the time, and it's especially true, Mike, for young rookie quarterbacks, is just the speed of the game. They had a lot of success in college. They were probably the best player on their team, but just everything is faster. Everything happens with a little more urgency. The quarterbacks at the young age that can make that transition the quickest, everything else then tends to slow down.
He's got his man, Wan'Dale Robinson. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too far, and it draws the flag. They'll throw out of the gun. That's complete to the tight end, Theo Johnson. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
This pass defense, it just has to be better than this, Mike. They have to do a better job accounting for everybody in their coverages. They have to play their defense exactly according to the plan, because if not, this quarterback has enough weapons, he can spread the ball out and find the open space.
This one is hauled in by Daniel Bellinger. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the first down.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. This throw left side, taken in by Johnson. That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another first down.
You know what they say, Mike, is the best third down play in the NFL? Don't get to third down. Well, I'll tell you what, this has been a clinic so far here on their opening drive. 3 plays, 3 first downs, and now the question is, can they take advantage of this fast start and come away with some points?
And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down. On the zone read, a give to Tracy. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
They'll run again. It's Tracy again. And the defense was ready for him this time. Did not have the same room to run. That one's no gain.
Mike, I have to be honest. When offenses come up with run play designs, blocking the corner is not really a big priority. But in this case, great job not only forcing it on the outside, but defeating the block, coming up and making the tackle, and keeping it to no gain.
And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up third down. Back to throw. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. Third down stop sets up fourth down.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on third down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up fourth down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6? A lot of times as an offensive player, you come off the field, you're not thrilled to end a drive like this with a field goal, but I think in this case, you can label it a success. You were able to operate your offense. You were able to quiet this crowd just a little bit and come away with an early lead.
Three points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. Avery Williams on the return. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. So the Philadelphia offense set to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the young man in his second season in the NFL.
I always like studying quarterbacks in year 2. I think rookie year, there can either be a lot of growth, right? There's the biggest ability to take that jump, but there's also some struggles you have to work through. In year 2, a full offseason, really understanding the playbook. Things have kind of slowed down for you. I feel like year 2 is a really good indicator of what long-term success looks like for any young quarterback.
They'll run with the Clemson product. This is Will Shipley. And a minimal gain here, only to about the 31. Second down and 8. He'll drop to throw. The open receiver is Dotson. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. 10. He'll look to throw. There's the tight end, Grant Calcaterra. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. Second and a yard. On the zone read, it's a give to Shipley. And that should be enough. He works his way forward to pick up a first down. Throwing now from the gun. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
On the handoff, it's Shipley. And he's going to pick it up and take it down inside the 35 for the first down.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
Another carry here for Shipley. He'll be stopped after a short gain to about the 30. Micah McFadden, the linebacker, there on the tackle. second down and 8. Now they'll set up to throw. Going for it all. That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively. Stayed right with him. And we'll bring up third down.
I could sit up here all day, Mike, and we could talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved the touchdown along the way.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide-angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
Elliott's kick is good. And the Eagles will tie the game at 3 apiece.
And that's really well done here, Mike. I mean, everything's in rhythm. A good snap, a good hold, and a good kick ties this game.
Field goals for both sides on their opening possessions. 3-3 as this one's kicked away. A safe kick taken at the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Giants offense ready to get going with their second possession. They'll set out in search of a first touchdown in this game. Just a pair of field goals to show. It's 3-3 as they start first and 10. They'll run with Tracy. He'll take this ahead. It's a pickup of 3. That is Cooper DeJean in there for the stop. In motion, it's Robinson. They'll look to throw. And he'll let it go deep for Johnson.
There's only a handful of guys in the league who legitimately have world-class speed, and he's one of them. I mean, he's the type of weapon that you 3 or 4 times a game have to just say, okay, my guy, he's faster than your guy. We're going to send him deep and let it fly. And even though that one falls incomplete, you have to continue to sprinkle that threat in because it makes everything else in your passing game that much easier.
And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
To return is Williams. That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Back to the air once more on second down. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down. Out of the gun, he'll throw. And on third down, that ball incomplete.
Timing and trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
So on fourth down, they'll call on Braden Mann to punt. Amir Smith-Marset goes back to return it. But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. Here's right away, they'll set up to throw. That is caught. It's Robinson. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Slayton is the man in motion. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. That's taken in. What a catch by Neighbors. A pickup there of 13. First down, Giants.
Rookie to rookie right there, Mike. And I'll tell you what, they've got some really good young pieces on this roster.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
They'll look to throw again. He's got his man, that's Slayton, and he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
I love the timing between the receiver and the quarterback. It's a really nice route. He's going to take this up the field, and then when he pulls that string back and he comes out of his break, the ball is there immediately. You can't wait for the receiver to actually look. This ball is well in the air before that receiver comes out of his cut.
He's across midfield. The tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target, but I don't think it's going to be his last.
They'll look to throw yet again. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
His offense is doing everything they can to quiet this crowd, and even though they missed on that long attempt, at least it sets the tone that they're going to continue to attack. If they can come up with a completion on one of those downfield passes, it's going to go a long way to settling themselves into this game.
On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. A wide open is... He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. But he'll gather it back in. 4 catches already in this opening quarter, off to a hot start as he picks up the first down. Oh, man, Greg, those must be scary times for a player. Not that it happened to you often, but he lost the ball but was able to get it back and avoid the turnover.
Well, Mike, I hate to admit it, but unfortunately, I was in that situation a few times, and I'll tell you what, when that ball pops out of your hand, the only thing on your mind is there anything I can do to get it back? In this case, he was able to get it back, and he dodged a bullet.
Second and 9. On the ground, it's right back to Tracy. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down. Taking off, he'll try, and he's in! Touchdown, Giants. That is a heartbreaker for the defense. They took away what he wanted to do in the air, Greg, but that scrambling ability gets him to the end zone for the touchdown.
And the reason he was able to take advantage with his legs here, Mike, is he made a fast decision realizing there was nowhere to go with the ball. The amount of guys the defense had in coverage took those passes away. He tucked the ball down, took advantage of the space, and he was able to take it all the way.
Extra point by Gano is up and good. And the Giants take a 10-3 lead. Is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. On the return, it's Williams. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense about ready to take over once more. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. They'll send a tight end in motion right. They'll give it here to Shipley. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Well, a really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
Man in motion is Smith. Got a man coming across the field. He's got it. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given, but it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else, and I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Ainias Smith. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
All week, we're going to see this play be run over and over as a highlight of the quarterback and the receiver. But, Mike, the part that people don't give enough credit to, in order to get a downfield shot, you have to have time. And what a great job by the offensive line, allowing the quarterback to be comfortable enough in the pocket. Let those deeper routes develop, be on time and accurate with the ball, and that's why this play is going to be a highlight all week. Let's give the big guys up front some credit.
Here's Jake Elliott for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Eagles will tie things up. It's now 10-10. Ball level at 10 as this one's kicked off. From the 6, here comes a return. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Giants offense ready for this next possession. They'll see if they can go about breaking our tie. We're all even at 10 as this drive. Back to throw here to begin the drive. He'll get it into the hands of Slayton. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Now, faking the give. He'll let it fly. Deep ball for Slayton. That one broken up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up 3rd down.
You know, Mike, there's the saying in the NFL, take what the defense gives you. But that's not always the case. Sometimes you have to force a ball downfield. Show the defense you are willing to take big shots. Even though they weren't able to connect, it's going to have an impact the rest of the game.
It's a pickup of 13 yards. That's good for a Giants first down.
We've seen 3rd down really turn into a pass-happy down throughout the league, and I think this is an example of the play caller kind of using that to his advantage. Keep the defense off guard, keeps the ball on the ground, extend this possession.
Set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Quick slant looked in by Neighbors. Down and 5. Open man is Robinson. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Throw here, right side, falls incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
He'll get it inside the 20. Now they are in business, inside the 15-yard line.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. On the ground, here's Tracy. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. And 5. Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. Connects with his big tight end, man Hurts.
Truth be told, the tight end probably would have been better off dropping that ball. But let's talk about this corner. Not only diagnosing the play, but being physical enough to bring the big tight end down for a loss.
Here comes 3rd and 6. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete. Malik Neighbors, the intended receiver. And that's going to lead to a 4th down.
You can just see the reaction on the sideline. This defense thought they had themselves a critical stop. The mantra down here for all defensive coordinators, Mike, is takeaways, field goals. That's what you're trying to do, and man, they were this close to coming away with a huge takeaway. It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Graham Gano now, following the field goal, back to kick this one away. Now return, coming from the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense getting set to get back to work. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. He connects with Gray on that one. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession's going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started. This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. He'll drop to throw. That is caught. Hooks gets the grab. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on 3rd down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
And that'll go for a gain of about 4. That's Bobby Okereke there for the stop. Here's 2nd and 6. Gray brought in motion. He'll look to throw. Now he'll air one out. That is caught. What a throw. Danny Gray. Touchdown, Eagles.
And that was just a great drive. Really from start to finish, Mike, you could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm. Mix in run, mix in pass. Results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire possession worked to perfection. When you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns, man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
Elliott on now for the PAT. The kick is good. And the Eagles make the lead 4. It is 17-13. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Gray gonna return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Giants offense and their running back set to go once more. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down with longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
Break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Throw right side. Taken in by Neighbors. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
Back to the air one more time. Right back to Neighbors. He's got it again. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is 1st down. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. This throw left side, taken in by Johnson. He's taken down just shy of the 10.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
And the Giants are going to be set up with 1st and goal. He couldn't quite break the plane, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line.
What a great run down here inside the red zone, Mike. It's so important that you still can run the ball. Great job here by the back. I thought for a minute he was going to score. He gets it all the way down inside the 1, and I wouldn't be surprised if they let him finish this drive off.
And that big offensive line, clearing space. He's in. Tyrone Tracy. Touchdown, New York. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
Now, Gano for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Giants go up by a field goal as they lead it by 3. To the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Eagles offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Gray brought in motion. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's 2nd down.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. 3rd down and 4. Now they'll set up to throw. That one caught by Smith. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
On 1st down, here's Shipley. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down. They'll look to throw. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. 1st down, Philadelphia.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties. Make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hand.
Down and 3. Gray brought in motion. They'll look to throw again. And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. Might tell you after the game he should have come up with that one. He doesn't, and now third down comes up. Will Shipley out of the backfield. The one he was looking for there. Third down coming up. Open man, left side. He's got it. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning. If inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. Got his man at the 6. And the Eagles are going to be looking at a 1st and goal. They move it down to the 4.
Man, they're just running this 2-minute drill to complete perfection. It's such a point of emphasis of every offense, Mike. These end-of-half scenarios to come away stealing points make a big impact on the outcome of the game, and they're knocking on the door here, 1st and goal. And at the very least, got to come away with some.
This is caught toward the side of the end zone. Ainias Smith, touchdown, Philadelphia. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. The teamwork was just ideal there. Greg, we don't see practice all week, but we see it pay off in the game.
And when you have a wide receiver, Mike, that can operate near the sideline, it just increases the amount of space that quarterback has to work with. He knows that he can put that ball maybe a little bit further away from the defender, knowing he's got the guy on the other end to not only secure the catch, but to keep his feet in bounds for a touchdown.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. He fields it at the 8. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Giants offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Looking middle there, but it's incomplete.
There was no hesitation from the quarterback. From the jump, he knew where he wanted to go with that ball, but it still leads to an incompletion. They're just still not quite on the same page.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. He keeps it himself. And the Giants here will use the 1st of their timeouts. Clock stops with a little under a minute to go in this 2nd quarter. 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Open man, that's Slayton. Now a timeout. Giants, that is their 2nd. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this 1st half. That's to Robinson. He's got it. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll throw out of the gun. Open man is Robinson. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in.
To try the field goal. Spotted at the 45. This is a 55-yard attempt. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Giants cut the deficit down to 1.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
Just 1 second remaining in this first half, and they will kick it away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Back to throw here to begin the drive. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end.
All right, Mike, we'll take it from there as we welcome everyone into our EA.
Certainly a tightly contested first half, and you'd expect more of that here in the second half. A one-point game as quarter 3 begins. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Goal. A carry here for Tracy. He'll work his way forward for about 3 yards. Sidney Brown there on the tackle. And 7. In motion, it's Robinson. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. And he will finally be taken down at the Giants' 31-yard line. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. 35 yards.
This is a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
Back to throw. Pass pulled in by Tracy. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
He'll tuck it and take off. And the quarterback scrambling, maneuvers his way back to the line of scrimmage, but that's all he can get out of that one.
So often the best pass defense is a good pass rush, and that's exactly what we saw here. The pass rush disrupted this play from the very start. The quarterback has all of his attention on the rushers rather than his receivers downfield. All he can manage to do is get back to the original line of scrimmage.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. He'll take a shot here, back to the end zone. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. 3rd down stop sets up 4th down.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner. Next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
Another one through the uprights. He's 4 for 4 on the game. And the Giants will take the lead here in the 3rd quarter.
Job number 1 on this drive, find a way to get the lead. They, of course, would have loved to score a touchdown, Mike. But 3 points here, that's a pretty good consolation prize as it moves him out in front.
Graham Gano now following the field goal. Back to kick this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. And this will work out quite well. They'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they'll try to keep it going. For 1st and 10. Here's a zone read to start the drive. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. The line of scrimmage, no gain on the play.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Here comes the Eagles punt team. And he'll be looking for something better after that poor first punt. Fair catch made here. The drive will start at the 23-yard line. The Giants offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. On 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. He's got his man, that's Slayton. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. And 6. On play action, he'll set up to throw. He'll get that complete. Right side, it's Bellinger. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Not much there, maybe a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. He'll drop to throw. He's got his man. That's Neighbors. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Rookie to rookie right there, Mike. And I'll tell you what, they've got some really good young pieces on this roster.
Here, 1st and 10. In motion, it's Robinson. Now they'll set up to throw. Now a short one caught by the tight end Johnson. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
On the give, it's Tracy. And it doesn't appear that he got to that first down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up 3rd down. They'll run again. It's Tracy again. And he'll have the first down at the 26. So good job on the ground to keep this drive rolling.
I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the first down.
Now, faking the give. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out front.
Now it's Tracy looking to run, and he'll take it down inside the 20. A run into the red zone, a pickup of 6. Down and 4. In motion, it's Robinson. They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. He's going to find his receiver. It's Robinson. And the Giants are going to have a 1st and goal. He's taken down at about the 8.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right 3rd. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
Here's a run to the 5-yard line. They'll go with him again. Looking for a seam, but will not find one. He'll take this down to the 4-yard line. 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw. And he does a nice job to avoid the initial wave. They're going to get him down behind the line.
Feels like they needed that sack this entire drive. It feels like the defense was really on their heels. The offense was taking it to them really however they wanted to. So to be able to take a deep breath now, disrupt the rhythm of the drive by getting that sack, that might go a long way now to allow them to get off the field.
Gano's kick is good. And the Giants will extend their 3rd quarter lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
Graham Gano now following the field goal. Back to kick this one away. Avery Williams on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Eagles offense ready to take over possession of the football. The deficit is 5, so they'll try to put a drive together here, and they'll begin it with 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. That's to the middle of the field and caught by Cooks. They get 11 and quickly pick up a 1st down.
Well, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
3rd down and 9. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. That's caught. It's Will Shipley. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
The Giants offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And you get a look at the numbers, they don't even tell the whole story. This has been a tremendous performance to this point. Fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
They'll try again here. Second and 10. On the handoff, here comes Tracy. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up third down. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
These are the plays that are just crushing for a defense. Here you are, you think you're about to make a big stop, force fourth down, and get the football back. But instead, you let the quarterback get loose. He picks up the first down with his legs, and now you got to defend a fresh set of downs.
On the ground, here's Tracy. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
We've seen this back have his way with this defense all game long, Mike. He's up over 100 yards for the game, but this time the defense said, we've had enough. They sold out to stop him. They hold him to no gain.
We'll try again. It's second and 10. On the ground, it's right back to Tracy. And he's got it to the 35-yard line.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the first half. And he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
They'll run with Tracy. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down. Off the play fake. He'll look to... And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
He's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
This is where you need to have short-term memory as an offense. Allowing that sack, clearly not ideal, but there's a lot of game left. They got to keep moving forward, and they can't let one sack now turn into a series of bad plays.
The Giants sending out their punter. And he is hoping to improve on his first attempt. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. From the 36. On the zone read, it's a give to Shipley. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter. So no shortage of offense in this one as we end the third. Back, second down and 8. He'll get this complete to Shipley. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
We'll try the zone read on 1st and 10. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
Good decision by the quarterback. In this situation, all you're looking to do is have a positive play. He decides to pull it, and that's exactly what he's able to do.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. There's that man again. Another catch.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass, get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can draw up all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
A gain there of 11. First down, Philadelphia.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up, I dare you to try to stop us, and right now this defense has no answers.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. Catch is made there on the left side by Cooks. And 3. They'll throw out of the gun. And that's going to wind up uncatchable out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
Yeah, shot there to take the lead with that big play. He's got an open receiver. He just needs to put it on him. And here in the 4th quarter, those critical plays mean that much more. And you just can't afford to miss open targets, especially downfield like that.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short. The pressure, too much, and he goes down. Brian Burns, the former Panther, in there for the sack.
I see a lot of tired legs out there on both sides of the field, Mike. Looks like this pass rush has found a little bit of a second wind. They come away with a big-time sack, and it brings up 4th down.
A 44-yard attempt.
And this one, right down the middle. It's good. And they inch a bit closer here in this 4th quarter.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
So the lead is down to just 2 now in the 4th quarter as they kick it off. Eric Gray to return it. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line. The Giants offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. Drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes. So give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
And he's able to sidestep his way forward and pick up 4. Crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. Throwing now from the gun. Taking the deep shot here with Robinson.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
Fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line. Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They trail by 2 and will start this drive with 1st and 10. From out of the gun, he'll throw. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Now here's a keeper on the zone read. And he'll be near the 1st down marker. Let's call it a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on 3rd down.
Nice job by the defense. They had that one well read from the beginning, Mike. Someone's responsible for the running back, but the key here was the defender responsible for the quarterback. Stays with him, keeps him to a short gain.
On 3rd down, they'll go with Shipley. And he'll keep the drive moving. He's got the 1st down up to the 45.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the 1st down, and they're able to convert.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Back to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump, and they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame. For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on 3rd down. He's going to let this one go deep.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
Good hang time. The fair catch will be made back at their own 12. On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. He'll get it into the hands of Slayton. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is 1st down.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
He's got his man, that's Slayton. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
That's caught over the middle by Johnson. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the 1st down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the 1st down.
He'll get this out to the left flat. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one.
Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
Big-time opportune sack there by the defense. Mike, they're right on the cusp of field goal range. You can't allow this to become a two-possession ball game here in the fourth quarter. Massive third down coming up here. See if they can get off the field and get the ball back to their offense.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. Over the middle, that's the tight end, Johnson. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the first down.
They pick up a nice chunk play there through the air on 3rd down, but it's not quite enough to move the chains. Now the question is, how aggressive is this head coach willing to be as he tries to extend this drive?
And he'll get a few yards on this return, up past the 15-yard line. The Eagles offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
And he's taken down, but not until he gets to the 32-yard line.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. Here's Shipley. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down, forthcoming. He'll drop to throw. Open man, right side. He's got it. And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. They get the conversion on 3rd down. It was a gain of 27.
And how about the poise of this quarterback? You find yourself down here late in the 4th quarter, Mike, facing a tough 3rd down. You've got to have it. But you know what? He calls the play, he breaks the huddle, and he's like, you know what, coach? I got it. That's a big-time throw to now keep this drive alive as they go down looking for that go-ahead touchdown.
That's into the hands of the veteran Cooks. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
It's like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Inside the 10, it is caught. And he'll be out of bounds at the 5. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a 1st down.
That's a really important pickup there on that last completion. Not only does it set up 1st and goal, but allows everybody in the huddle to just take a deep breath. We're no longer in this frantic offensive possession. Let's get our best play. Let's make...
Oh, in trouble. Down he goes.
outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
2nd and goal. They'll give it here to Shipley. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play.
A gain of 5 yards brings up 3rd and goal.
2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. And goal. They'll run here. Forget about it. They're going to lose more yardage there. Good job by the defense, and it's 4th down.
A bit of a curious call there, Mike, on 3rd and goal. From this far out, you thought they would have turned to their passing game. They tried to catch the defense sleeping and keep it on the ground. Great job by the defense being ready for everything. Not only do they stop them, they take them back for a loss.
So now, Jake Elliott, an important kick coming up. This to grab a late lead. And this one, right down the middle. It's good. They move out front and take the lead here in the 4th quarter. So, after the field goal to take the lead, kicker is back out there to send this one away. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense and their running back set to go once more. And it's hard to believe you can run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. Go up for 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. He bought as much time as he could, but he will finally be taken down.
At this point in the game, you find yourself trailing. There's only so many possessions left here in regulation. And now after that 1st down sack, this is on the verge of being another wasted possession, and they're getting pretty close here to desperation time.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That is caught downfield. It's Johnson, the tight end. He's still on his feet. Inside the 10. And he's going to go all the way. How about some late magic? They've taken the lead here in the final minute of play. Using the tight end to get to the end zone, Greg, it's your old position. You're very familiar with that. That catch and carry. What an ability for your tight end to take it to the house.
Yeah, and this was never really the strength of my game, Mike, but we're seeing so many tight ends around the league who not only are great at securing the catch and making the tough ones, but it's their ability to extend the play after the catch that's separating them, just like we saw here.
For Big Blue, the Giants are going to go for 2.
The Giants will line up for the 2-point conversion.
He'll look to throw. That's going to be caught. So add a couple more points, and they add to their lead.
Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy's better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
Team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Williams now to return. Now an opening past the 30. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. So here's 1st down.
Let's go.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Cook's able to pull that one in. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
As the saying goes, down gives you a chance to win this thing in regulation, and I think they got a shot.
This one downfield, complete to Cooks. What a way to start this drive. A second big play. This one for 22. On play action, he'll set up to throw. That one knocked away and incomplete. Javon Holland, tight coverage, and he's able to break that one up.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
This is a tough spot. 3rd down and 10. They'll look to throw. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. Now 4 seconds left, and we get a timeout call.
This level, if you give quarterbacks that amount of time, chances are they're going to find somebody downfield.
And that is incomplete. They took the end zone shot of the final play. It's a heartbreaking finish, as this one will come to an end. So a road win here for the Giants. A bit of a surprise, this one on paper. You figure this would have been a difficult assignment, trying to win away from home against a team of this caliber. No problems, though. They find a way to get it done. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Philadelphia, good night.